What's up guys, my name is Ryan Hamilton. You're watching the Panda MX-5 channel, and today we're going to be restoring the tail lights for my 1994 Mazda Miata. Alright, so step number one, these things are super foggy all around here. We're going to try and make them look like this, nice and shiny like they were from the factory. So we're going to start with some 2000 grit sandpaper. Just do a wet sand on them by hand, make sure everything's scuffed up, get all the little scratch and swirls out of them. There's a couple over here. And then we're going to go to a foam pad with some rubbing compound. Just get out all the little scratches from the sanding, make everything a lot smoother. And then for the final step, we're going to use a wool pad with some super fine polish. Just make sure everything's super shiny, gloss it all up, and then we should be all done. Alright, so we're going to start with some 2000 grit sandpaper, get it all nice and wet, do a wet sand on the entire thing, and then go from there. I started doing it by hand, and it turned out these things are way more oxidized than I thought they were, so I put it on the electric sander and it worked a lot better, but it was still taking quite a while, so checked it out. I put some 1000 grit sandpaper versus the 2000, got it a lot quicker. Now it's mostly done, it's just all nice and scuffed up. It's all red again, it's not like half white, half red, half pink, whatever other colors it was. So now I just finished doing the 1000, I'm going to go back to the 2000, do a wet sand over the entire thing, should be pretty quick, and then we'll go on to the buffing compound. Alright, so I just finished going over the whole thing again with the 2000 grit just to get it all smoothed out again. It looks pretty good, it's even all the way across. So now I'm going to use the foam pad and some of this turtle wax rubbing compound just to get out all of the little scratches from the sandpaper, start smoothing it out, and then we'll go on to the polish and get it super shiny. Alright, I'm just going to mix up this rubbing compound, put it on the applicator, and then go ahead and start buffing out the light and then see how it turns out. So there's a half and half. This side over here is just the sandpaper, and this side I've only done one really super quick pass with the buffing compound. So it's looking really good. I'm going to do a couple more passes with that, get it looking better, and then we'll hit it with the polish just to get that nice shine on it. Using the rubbing compound with the foam pad, I went ahead and did about 3 passes I think, and then 1 over the whole thing, so 4 total. It looks really good. We got a super nice shine all the way across. It's super red now, it looks pretty much done. But just to get that extra shine out of it, I'm going to use the foam pad right now, or the wool pad, excuse me, with the polishing compound. Just go ahead and get the super shine out of it, get rid of any of the little scratches that are left over, and then we'll be all good to go. Alright, so after the first pass with that, I can definitely see a difference. I doubt you guys will be able to see it on the camera, but it's much shinier. There's way higher gloss on the side that I did. And then, so I just went ahead, just did the half of it. So this end down here where the blinker is, I haven't done yet. Doubt you can see it, but up here it's way glossier. It feels super smooth to the touch. So I'm just going to get that other side, probably do 1 or 2 more passes just to get it super shiny. I'm gonna hose the whole thing down because there's compound all in the cracks and seals and everything, and the back's all dirty. So just wash it all off. Then I'm gonna paint the housing black just so it looks really clean, and then we'll be all done. Alright, so now that we're all done with the polish, this thing looks amazing. It turned out so much better. I really wasn't even expecting it to look this good. This looks super mint. Looks like it just came off the showroom in the 90s compared to the other one. So I'm just gonna hose it all down now, try and get all the compound and everything out of the cracks and stuff. Then I'll tape it off, paint the housing and everything, and then we should be all done. We're just out here hosing them off now, getting all the rubbing compound out of every corner and that kind of thing. Alright, so I just finished the other light, got it all sanded off, polished, the whole deal. Looks about the same as the other one. And then I just went, hosed them both down, got them all, like, all the compound out of it, mostly, as much as I can. Now I'm just going to blow it off with some air, get it all, like, mostly dried off. Then we'll hit it with some spray on wax, and then the polishing part will be done. Just give it a final wipe down, hit it with some wax just to get that final shine on there, and then we should be all done. Just gonna paint the housings black, and then everything will be all set. Alright, now I'm just gonna tape off these so I don't mess up the nice taillights I just cleaned up. Then I'll hit the back with some black spray paint, and we will be done. So we got that one all taped up. I'm just going to lay a rag down, throw some black spray paint on the back, and then do the exact same to the other one. Alright, so I just went ahead, taped up the other one the exact same way. Then I also taped off the connectors on the back just to make sure everything still plugs in fine when I go to do that. So I'm just going to put maybe 1 or 2 coats of black paint just to freshen them up so they look all nice and shiny again. And then the taillights will be ready to be put into the car. Alright, so we'll let that dry a little bit, put another coat on, and then they'll be all done. Alright, so once that dries, everything's done, I'll just take the tape off, shine them all up again, make sure everything's nice and clean, and then maybe put them into the car. Alright guys, so these are all done. I'm just going to let them dry overnight to make sure everything gets all nice and fully cured up, just because it's really cold out right now and rainy and everything, so I want to make sure everything's good before I start touching them and messing with them, taking the paint off and everything. But once that's done, I'm just going to wipe them all down again, hit them with that spray wax, just give them that nice shine so they're all good. And then they'll probably sit in my room for a while until I get around to putting them all in the car. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Everything's all good. And in our next video, I got my diff ordered, so we'll be swapping that into the Torsen 2 housing that I have, getting that all in there. And then that will be going onto the rear subframe. Then we can put the subframe into the car, and then the car will be technically be able to sit on the ground.